Time. I need some audio there because time's right here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the pop up. My name is Omari Salisbury, broadcasting live from the Black Media Matters studio in downtown Seattle. Very happy to have you here tonight. We got a fantastic show lined up for you. It's all about the arts, community, entertainment, all that good stuff. Before we get to that, though, want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, We Rise Wines. Jamila Conley, everybody over there, We Rise Wines. You know what I'm saying? Located on 2nd Avenue, right across from the Moore Theater. Fantastic selection of wine. The best thing is Jamila be getting the wines like for us and by us. You feel me? So that's why we really want to support that going on there. The food there is slapping too. So it's not just, we pick up some wine, but you can go there. Great food. There's also a space there for events and some everything else. Jamila's been a great supporter of Converge Media now for a good long time, so make sure and check her out, WeRiseWines.com. All right, fantastic. Also, as we get going here, a big shout out to our live director tonight, Mr. Eric Calligraphy. Eric's in the building, and we got a young gunner in the house. We got a new intern starting with us this summer. We got our man, F.A., representing the Rainier Beach neighborhood, Lakeside High School. He's Brown University. This is my Ivy League. He's out there getting it. Welcome in here to the studio for the first time tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Hello. F.A. in the building, man. Look at you. Don't be getting all shy over there. All right. Fantastic show lined up for you tonight. Man, we got somebody, both of these guests, I go way back. When I talk about way back, I go way back like racism. You see what I'm saying? Like all the way back. We'll get it on a wide here, Mrs. Director. Sitting right here close to me is Jacqueline Ware, Director of Second Chance House. And Jacqueline actually does a lot of stuff, by the way. But tonight is Second Chance House.
Yes.
And over there in the far seat is my good buddy, Elisheba Johnson, Executive Director of Na Wari.
Yes. Elisheba Wokoma.
Oh, come on. Listen, run it back.
Elisheba Wokoma.
Wokoma, hello.
She's married, y'all.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I told her like, with the full chest. Well, first of all, my apologies. Second of all, of course, congratulations. Third of all, we're firing the producer.
That'd be you.
No, that's our young meat. He'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? We'll make sure he lands softly out there. All right. We're doing everything here tonight except for A4, Mr. Director. We're not gonna play that video. There's too much smoke. All right, the way that the show goes is that the first part of the show is news and headlines, and that's important because a lot of people for years, since we retired the morning update show in 2022, people have been like, man, I wish Converge would come back and give us at least some news and information. We do that, but we don't do it in a direct way. Of course, you get news and information through the Day with Trade, We Live in Color, and even through Back to Basic. But, it's a more direct route here. We put some headlines up on the screen. We talk about it. We get some feedback. We move on because we want to hear what our fantastic guests have to say. That being said, Mr. Director, we're going to move right into, let's see, how about A3? This one is right. My mama got a vested interest in this one. All right, it's up on the screen right now. This is an opinion from the South Seattle Emerald. What's up, Marcus? Black Media Matters. A bad cycle for South Seattle. the inequity of expanded closure of Lake Washington Boulevard. In an opinion piece for the South Seattle Emerald, writer Glenn Nelson argues that Mayor Katie Wilson's decision to expand bicycle weekends on Lake Washington Boulevard, increasing the vehicle closure from 10 to 15 weekends, creates profound inequities in marginalized residents in South Seattle, and I would say all of Seattle who want to enjoy that area. Nielsen explains that for many under-resourced community members, driving along the scenic lakeside thoroughfare serves as a respite from daily hardships and a way to experience nature and experience now being compromised to accommodate the outsized influence of affluent cycling advocates. He says that environmental initiatives and the city's expensive bicycle infrastructure historically prioritizes white folks and white placing an unfair burden on people of color. Well, that sounds about right. Who rely heavily on cars due to systemically displaced further from the workplace and amenities. Okay, so I'm gonna start with me. I know you guys are new at this. You can give as much feedback or as little feedback as you want. But you know what? On behalf, give me this camera right here. I'm gonna send this to my mama. On behalf of my mama, Reverend Harriet G. Walden, man, I am totally opposed to this. You know what I'm saying? My mama is in her 80s. She's done nothing but serve the good people of this city her whole life and her whole career. And now, you know what I'm saying? She's not able to go and get out and cycle on Lake Washington Boulevard and walk on Lake Washington Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, she's mobility challenged if you use the whatever words of today. And I think that, man, this move right here, the bicycle, I already feel some kind of way. I got some deep-rooted things about the bicycles, bicycle lanes, and everything else. I done seen people, you know what I'm saying, act a fool. I don't see people get shot and killed because people in these bike lanes feel that they, you know what I'm saying, they belong and other people don't. I won't go down that rabbit hole here today, but I just think that this plan right here and blocking off cars, like people with cars is bad people or something like that. I think I don't think that's a good plan. And Mayor Wilson, when they did a press conference there over the weekend, was met with a lot of resistance. Anyways, that's how I feel. Alicia, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we forget that there's people who are mobility challenged. I'm one of those people. And so I think that we can't just think about bikes all the time. And I also think that environmentalism isn't just one thing, right? Like getting people out of their cars is going to solve like climate change. So I think we have to have a more holistic approach. But I think that shutting off those roads during the summer is harmful.
Jacqueline Ware.
I agree with Elisheba. And I live in that area. I drive Lake Washington all the time. And it is a quiet, comforting, peaceful, relaxing drive off Martin Luther King Way, off Rainier Avenue, off residential streets. And it is a straight shot to the University of Washington. It is amazing. And people have been driving and bicycling and running and walking that route for years. So my thought is that you just don't automatically make a decision on your own about that. And that there needs to be a survey taken. And there really should have been an open opportunity for a survey of people in that will be directly impacted, and also those on the outside that like to come in and enjoy the drive along the lake as well, to be able to give their say and their input. And I was just talking earlier, and I'll say this real quick and then we'll move on to something else, is that I received a card in the mail about Genesee Playfield. Now, they're getting ready to install a new bathroom. It's just a bathroom. Not that big a deal, in my opinion. But they're inviting the community to come in and share their input about this bathroom. And at minimum, I think there should have been a conversation at community centers, at libraries, maybe even in school auditoriums, inviting the community as a whole to come in and talk about how would this impact you? What problems will it cause for you? How do you feel about it? Rather than unilaterally making this decision or allowing, and I bike. I might say, everybody, I bike Lake Washington myself. But I also have the utmost respect for people that want to drive it, and now that we have restrictive ways of driving it, you're not going to be able to fly down Lake Washington Boulevard anymore, and that's my 2, 3, 4, 5 cent piece on that.
Yeah, clearly you also put in 7, 8, 9, and 10, but it's okay. You know that they had a sign down there that said "No Queens." You know, there's a "No Kings." They had the signs for no. They said "No Queens" about Mayor Wilson. All right, we're gonna skip over here, and it looks like A5 here, man. This says the Seattle City Council holds public hearing on mayor's plan to speed zoning changes, including the Central District's YMCA and church proposal. All right, we're good on this, Eric? Capitol Hill, Seattle, that's our buddy Justin Carter. Staff reported that Seattle City Council public hearing regarding Mayor Katie Wilson's legislative proposal to expedite taller and denser developments through targeted block-by-block upzones. The plan includes specific provisions, for a 1.4-acre area in the Central District, which would rezone properties owned by the Meredith Matthews YMCA and Ebenezer AME Zion Church from low-rise residential to neighborhood commercial designation with a 75-foot height limit. Wow, to foster mixed-use development. Beyond the Central District, the mayor's package includes upzones in Fremont, Belltown, and the downtown retail core. Adjust planned community development regulations to facilitate redevelopment on large nonprofit-owned sites and remove code barriers for substantial construction methods like mass timber. All right, so yeah. I mean, so like I don't know, man. I feel some kind of way altogether, right? As somebody who was basically born and raised in the CD, and for years actually we lived 5 years right across the street from Na Wari, right there on 24th. It's like there's nothing wrong with people wanting an actual house and a yard, man. You can't really be considered a bad guy just because, like, you want to go into your backyard and barbecue and your kids climb a tree and stuff like that. And I think that a lot of the argument now in Seattle is just like, are you an urbanist or not an urbanist? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, and so like they put all this density here and they put all this density in the Central District, man, which is a residential neighborhood. Just like Magnolia, you know what I'm saying? These rich white neighborhoods, it's like Laurelhurst. You know, they just now allowed sick people to land a helicopter over there. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, in this city, when you got bread, not only do you not get upzoned, but man, you divert helicopters with six sick kids on it. You feel me? That's how it rolls in this city. But I mean, you know, so they're gonna upzone the Central District, and what's gonna happen too is, man, they're gonna upzone, they're gonna create space. Ain't no black folks gonna be. It's just more pushing black people out, man, and changing the face of the neighborhood. And I think it all for the face of density and everything else. I'm more than happy for people who feel differently, you know, to come over here on the Converge and we'll talk about it. But I mean, you know, we never really see no legacy rich white neighborhoods in this upzone conversation. Jacqueline, any thoughts?
I have a few. And my thoughts have to do with the density. It's like, do your homework. How is that working out for other cities? Before we decide we want to do something along those lines. I was born and raised in the Tacoma, Seattle area. And for those that are like 50 and above, You remember the song "The Bluest Skies I've
Yeah,
Ever
we've seen
Seen"
her in Seattle.
are in Seattle. So, what made Seattle popular and a destination spot is because we really valued green spaces. We valued clean water. We valued community. We valued our school system. Now, no place is perfect, but I'll tell you, I remember when I was younger, the Cabrini high rise, and some of you will know about that. And when you start building all these high rise buildings and putting people in it, I remember like the rats in the maze and, just having too many rats condensed in, that study in one area. When you have too many people, you got two problems. Too many people in one area is stressful. It's stressful. And stress causes anxiety. And anxiety can lead to other inappropriate conduct and behavior. To have people packed in together is unnatural. It's not healthy. For those that want it, there you go. But I'm saying it's changing what Seattle was initially all about, that people loved. And we're changing that, and it's not healthy. Last but not least is when you have apartment buildings and condos and houses, these small houses that are packed close together, have one fire, just one. In apartment buildings, now you have hundreds of people that are displaced. If you have one house with some space between that house and another house, you have one family that's displaced. So there's several concerns that I have, but for the lack of time, I just want people to think about that. Just think about that. What that really means for a healthy mind, body, soul, and spirit.
All right. So upzoning, and we see that there on 23rd and Union. We see that Midtown Square, where I actually live, was upzoned.
Yeah, the Central District actually was upzoned many years ago. It was a plan initiated by Norm Rice, Urban Villages, which is why we actually are in the situation we are in the Central District right now. So one, I just want to say that like that neighborhood has already been upzoned doesn't mean it should be continue to be upzoned. I also want to say single family housing is derived from white supremacy. And when you look at a lot of indigenous communities around the world, they don't have this, like, this is my land, this is my little box. And I think a lot of the problems that we have had kind of derive from that. I think indigenous folks in particular they don't own the land, right? They're in relationship with the land. We have a housing crisis that's still happening. And I think that density is going to be the solution to that. I don't think adding density to neighborhoods that we've already added density to and caused gentrification and displacement makes sense. Go to Fremont, go to Wallingford, go to these other communities, Laurelhurst, who absolutely deserve to be upzoned. And we just desperately need more housing. So I think the part of speeding up permitting is going to be exciting. I know a lot of local developers who are small developers doing good work. I'll shout out Nitsi Stegan, who I work with, who one of the buildings we're working on is going to be 100% workforce housing in the South End. That's going to make projects like that going to be able to move much faster and easier. So I don't think the solution will ever be upzoning the CD more. We don't need that, but we do need a density solution, housing solution here.
Yeah, all right. See, this is what I'm saying. This is a pop-up. You got two great different perspectives on some things, right? Oh, fantastic. Oh, wow. Mr. Director has a perspective. Okay.
This is quick and easy. Why build more when we have so much empty space around the city? Our whole downtown is empty.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I mean, there's people looking into turning a lot of those office spaces into housing. The problem is that they're not plumbed right, but Tacoma has already transformed some of those empty office buildings into housing. So again, like I think us being able to get through some regulatory stuff and get some smart people to think about it, hopefully we could turn some of those spaces into housing as well. I agree with you.
Fantastic. We're gonna move over to A7 here, Mr. Director. You see what I'm saying? We got a good conversation going here. for people who are worried about talking. All right. What we got here is they're going to our brothers and sisters in the CID. Amid gentrification, old businesses are being priced out of Seattle's Chinatown International District. In an opinion piece for the University of Washington's The Daily, contributor writer Sydney Stark highlights how rapid gentrification and corporate development are threatening Seattle's historic Chinatown International District, the CID, by driving up property values and displacing family-owned Asian businesses. Stark traces the multi-ethnic neighborhood's history back to a legacy of systemic housing discrimination, yeah, definitely, segregation, yep, and redlining, 100%, explaining how marginalized communities historically unified to build a self-sustaining enclave out of former marshlands. Today, as local storefronts face an invisible crisis of soaring rents and pandemic-induced decline in foot traffic, Stark urges residents to actively sustain the neighborhood through intentional patronage, support down payment programs for commercial property ownership, and hold city planners accountable as projects like the Sound Transit Link Light Rail expand into the area. So, it's not hard to believe that Chinatown International District is singing the same song that right here in the Central District that we've been singing as well. Alicia, what are your thoughts?
I mean, there's been really good folks doing that work for a while. So, I mean, I don't feel like this is new, right? Skipta, I think, has been doing really good work around that. I don't have a solution, but I do. Yeah, I mean, I think like their pressures are just like the CD, right? People who don't live in the CID go there to get their cultural nourishment, like we come to the CD to get our cultural nourishment. And so I think making sure all these restaurants and places are able to stay, which we have a huge problem with empty storefronts and things like that. And I think we were talking earlier about some of the income tax inequities in Washington State, but I do think that a lot of that filters back down. We put so much pressure on small business owners, especially our BIPOC small business owners, and some of that needs to be relieved. So, how do you feel, Jackie?
I usually have a lot to say. That's a tough one. And the reason I say that's a tough one is because everyone is feeling the stress and pressure of rising costs, whether it's gas or home ownership. It's just everything is going through the roof. And so that's putting a strain on a lot of communities, putting a strain on a lot of families, and putting a lot of strain on businesses. So for me, it requires that the city leadership come together and come up with a plan, come up with some ideas, come up with some suggestions that are common sense based suggestions on how these very real challenges and difficulties can be addressed and can be tackled and can be resolved. It's just really hard. But I also believe that communities must come together. We just can't always be separate and apart and concerned about our own little piece of the pie. We all really must come together and work together and brainstorm as a unified community. We have to be unified on our concerns, on our issues that we need our leadership to address. And then I'm just going to give this shout out to the people who are I see on social media and agree 1,000% are concerned about 12th and Jackson. 12th and Jackson. And I agree. What are we gonna do about that? So I just wanted to put that on the table because I do see on social media that, you know, a lot of things are being said about what's happening not only in the quote unquote central district, but also in the international district. And oftentimes they'll say, can we talk about 12th and Jackson? What's in the works about 12th and Jackson? So for those, and I agree, for those, I see it myself, and I like to take the trolley. I'm on the light rail, so for those that, I just want to let you know I'm saying something. I'm saying something. You know, something needs to be done like ASAP.
Yeah, you know, this is really interesting too. I've been paying attention because it's like you take the trolley, you take the light rail, you be biking Seward. Miss Jackie, you be on the move.
I tell you, I absolutely love public transportation. And just last Saturday, I'm also with a walking group. I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm trying. I'm with a walking group, and it was so much fun. We took the light rail. We parked at, okay, I'm going to tell you this too, Mercer Island. They got free park and ride. Shout out to Mercer Island. I don't know why the city of Seattle could not have done that. You could have provided free park and ride. So I'm just going to say that. But we took the light rail. We over to Mercer Island. We went over to Mercer Island, parked our cars, and then we took the light rail to Redmond. It was so wonderful. And then we ate there. We walked the park. It was great. So yes, I absolutely love public transportation when you can do it, when you're physically able, and when it's going to take you in the area where you're trying to go.
My portrait's in that light rail station.
Okay, girl. Mm-hmm. Which one, Judkins?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been to that one yet.
What?
Barbara Earl Thomas made it.
Barbara Earl Thomas made a portrait of you that's in a
my
light
dad,
rail
August
station?
Wilson, and I think a couple other people.
That is hecka cool.
You just come in here like you just on some regular schmegular, huh? You know you a big deal.
I have cool friends.
Elisheba Wokoma. Hey. All right, listen.
And don't let me talk about her daddy. Her daddy's brilliant. He's brilliant. Okay, that's all.
Our last joint here today for headlines. My mama always says you can't leave people in an affected state. Right?
Yes.
So no matter what we talk about, we
always
always
talk about something good.
Yeah, well, this one is really good. We got an overlay up over here. This is from our partners right there on 23rd and Union. I'm talking about ARTE NOIR. Mm-hmm. And ARTE NOIR, this photo is from the Black Power, Black Panthers exhibition at ARTE NOIR. ARTE NOIR's newest flagship exhibition, Central District Legacy, Black Power, Black Panthers, is now open in Seattle's Midtown Square. The exhibit honors the Seattle chapters of the Black Panther Party, the very first chapter established outside of California in the spring of 1968. The exhibition highlights the Panthers' enduring blueprint of community, justice, mutual aid, self-determination in the historic Central District. The legacy includes the impacts of the Children's Free Breakfast Program and the establishment of Carolyn Downs Family Medical Center. Contemporary Black artists bring this history into the present through mixed media, striking portraiture and deep symbolism, collectively building a narrative around youth solidarity and the enduring charge of the raised Black Power fist. Jacqueline, man, it's all about the Black Panthers over there at ARTE NOIR.
I have not seen the exhibit, but I will. I'll get over there and see it. I'm like Honest Art Gallery. I'm in and out of there a lot down in Pacific Place. But actually, I love it over there. I will see it, and I want to say this. So the Black Panther Party, they're kind of like on their way out when I ended up at the University of Washington. And so I was able to see the tail end of like the feeding program with the children. It was a beautiful thing. And that was honestly a time when the African American community, particularly in the Central District, they were really united. Like, I'm from Tacoma, so I didn't have that same experience. But I could see it and I could hear about it, and people were talking about it. They were more united as a family, where you could go in and out of each other's homes. And the Black Panther Party, they were in it, trying in every which way possible to ensure that the Black community could thrive and be respected and to do well and to succeed. And it starts at all times. It starts with your children, making sure our children are well, making sure our children are okay, making sure our children are fed, making sure our children are safe. And so the Black Panther Party, they really honestly and truly put their lives on the line. And there was always somebody, saying something negative, because they didn't really know anything about it. They didn't really understand it. And they're allowing other negative narratives to influence and to think for them. But the Black Panther Party really, honestly and truly, was all about positivity. And it extended outside of the Central District. It extended outside the Black community. It really was necessary and important that the Black community felt safe, felt protected, felt seen, and felt cared for. So that's the legacy for me with the Black Panther Party.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Elisheba, as also, on so many different levels, and Omari's right there. Na Wari at times, usually almost all the time, is also in art gallery as well, an exhibition as well. So I'm sure you have a whole nother level of appreciation of what's going on.
Well, and art was so integral to the Black Panther movement, right? Emory Douglas and all those other folks, and so I think having an art exhibition to talk about that legacy makes so much sense. And I just think that, Jasmine and Vivian are doing an incredible job there with their ideas. And we program a little differently, which I think is a compliment as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so listen, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, the woman of many hats, many shoes, many bikes, and light rails. I'm talking about Jacqueline Ware. She's also tonight, she's the director of Second Chance House, and we're going to learn more about that. You're watching The Pop-Up.
Now's your chance to join the Days to Come Reading Challenge to ignite the civic imagination needed for racial repair in Washington State. Read, discuss, and take action until Juneteenth to bring Dr. King's vision of a truly just society to life. Visit saarcpnw.org for more information.
Hey, come on in. So what brings you in today?
He think he know me.
Man can't make a sandwich.
He makes me sick.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Waiting.
Just talking.
Me, my family, my dreams, all of it.
Acts on Stage presents the world premiere of Black Man Goes to Therapy. Running May 21st through 31st, this interweaving stage play tells of a reluctant wanderer's encounter with a therapist who's seen better days. Black Man Goes to Therapy is written by Jeremy Rubin and features Ariel Davis, Joshua Webb, Carl Covington, Courtney Williams, Franklin Johnson, Zakiya Carter, and Jeffrey L. Cheatham II, with direction by Isaiah Anderson Jr. This profoundly moving theatrical therapy session is an unmissable experience where the unapologetic hope is healing. Tickets available now at axonstage.com.
Leo.
This summer, Metro connects the world.
Yeah, ole, 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 ole. Big shout out to Metro. Metro, you see Metro, they with it. They early adapters over here to the pop-up. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate them as an advertiser and supporter of the pop-up. So if you're sitting out there right now and you're like, oh, man, I don't know, should I advertise? You just saw a break there that had King County Metro and Axe on stage. You see what I'm saying? If you fit anywhere in between those two, you know what I'm saying? Hit your boy up. You know what I'm saying? Send an email, advertise at whereweconverge.com. All right. Pushing it out here to the wide. Now, Jacqueline Ware. We already know. You wear so many hats. So many of the tings. But we ain't gonna talk about all the things tonight. We'll be here till midnight. We keeping it focused right here. First and foremost is what is Second Chance House?
Second Chance House is a full original stage play that I wrote. And I only do original plays. So it's Second Chance House, and the theme is not all second chances are created equal. So it'll be performed this Saturday, one time only. I think about that song, one time only. It'll be performed one time only, thanks to the Seattle Office of Arts and Culture. Applaud them.
Okay.
So
all
they,
right. Yeah, we rock with them.
Yeah.
Rock with them. Hello.
So, you know, you apply, and fortunately, I was able to get a grant to produce the play, but not a whole lot of money, so I am way out of my league, but I have an amazing cast they're very talented. So, not all second chances are created equal. What does that mean for this play? And what does that mean, an original play? And what makes it unique? What makes it different? What makes it outside of the box? And what makes it outside of the box is I don't tell you a lot about it. I like plays where you have to think about what's going on, think about what's happening, and be surprised by the ending. And so the main character, played by C.J. Dudley, who is a phenomenal actor, painter, he's an artist, spoken word artist. He is also a songwriter. His book, Letters to a Blind Man, is off the chain. This man is so multi-talented. Okay, here's about C.J. Dudley. So C.J. Dudley is the main character in my play, and he also wrote the music. So the music is also original. So his character, Gold, goes into the Second Chance House for forgiveness, to obtain forgiveness and redemption. And inside the Second Chance House, he has experiences. And those experiences include Sound Bath, and by Sierra Jones, who is amazing. She's amazing. And all I did was like, Sierra, are you available on the 30th? I had never even met her. And she is a phenomenal ensemble practitioner, but an incredible individual too. So the main character experiences sound bath. Oh, I forgot to say C.J. Dudley is also a pianist. And there just happens to be a piano on that stage. And so he does play a little piece. So you get music, you get vocals. Deanna Washington plays Leslie, and she does a couple of duets with C.J. Dudley, and it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. We even did a little performance for some middle school students just to get their reaction. And I'm telling you, it was all they could do to stay moving in their seats. It is so good. Also, there is a butler. I love a butler in a play. I I do. There's just something about a butler. And so Gold also has a butler who is serving him. The scene is in a dining room, an elaborate dining room, a beautiful dining room. And he has a butler. In addition to that, the music, the vocals, the butler, the sound bath, the whole audience will have an amazing experience. So if you've never heard of sound bathing before, the different vibrations that are calming, soothing, relaxing, peaceful, helps you center your energy, you're going to get a sample of what that's like and what that entails and how it was important for the main character to have that experience as he's moving towards redemption and forgiveness. Last but not least, I have 3 people that have never acted before, but I paid attention to them. I know them in real life. And I paid attention to them, and I said, they have something. They could do this. So at the very end is Spanish. And there is a Spanish interpreter. I'm not going to tell you what's happening, but it's in Spanish. The character is speaking Spanish, and there's an interpreter. And so for my plays, I like to be inclusive, and I like to think of what's happening in a way that everyone, in some way, will see themselves in that situation or see a family member in that situation or can relate to it in some way. Those are the types of plays that I like to write. And so the butler is played by Clyde Merriweather, who is an institution in this city. And then Baron Jones plays an applicant. Dahlia Jones plays the interpreter, and Stacy Bacon plays the therapist.
So, first of all, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Second of all, man, you've been talking to cameras your whole life, huh?
No.
Well, you could have fooled me.
But I'm a talker.
No. It's not the talk. It's like you honed in like on the camera like
yeah,
a
you have
missile.
stage presence.
Zoop, boom, and stayed right there. This is great. You're not in the production at all?
Oh no. Here's like I said, the Seattle Office of Arts and Culture. I was able to get a grant, but it can't pay for everything.
Oh, I know.
And
Miss Jacqueline's rate's kind of high.
I'm the playwright. I'm the director. I'm the stage manager. I'm the therapist.
Oh yeah, it just sounds like you black. Hella jobs. So
oh no, hold up. Michael B. Main is my videographer. I love Michael B. Main, and he is known throughout the community. So definitely shout out to Michael B. Main, without a doubt.
So I wanted to say something here, and unfortunately we don't have too much time to go too deep in it, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know how this correlates to your production. But actually, before I get into it, where and what time is the show?
Okay, beautiful. I wasn't so sure if you were showing something to your audience.
You might have something over there, but we'll still
I was
going to
ask the same thing.
But I'll be happy to tell you, it is this Saturday, so clear your schedules. If you had something else planned, change it. It is this Saturday, May the 30th at 3:30 p.m. Doors open at 3 o'clock. It is in the sanctuary of Rainier Beach Presbyterian Church, 9656 Waters Avenue South. Now, because there are some scenes where you really should be focusing, you need to pay attention, because if you don't get those clues, you're not going to completely understand what's happening.
So people need to come there focused.
Focused, and preferably without children under age
No headband, Eric.
Preferably.
You need total focus. All right, so I want to just throw this out there. Excuse me. Is that as I've heard you describe this production, the Second Chance House, and I've heard you describe how they're going there into this house of second chances, and there's the sound bowl, and the experience there, and they're seeking second chances, healing, forgiveness, and redemption, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to. Me and Eric Calligraphy here earlier. I guess it was last week. We visited the Silent Task Force. And I don't know if you know what the Silent Task Force is, but the Silent Task Force, excuse me, is an organization that is all about basically giving second chances to women who have been sexually exploited and trafficked and everything else. And the most powerful question asked there in the room, when I talked to these women there in the room, is I asked them, I said, what is the power of a second chance? And the emotion in the room, you know what I'm saying, and all these stories it was very tearful and emotional, because these are people who are living in that second chance. And oftentimes on the everyday, the bigger the celebrity, the bigger the second chance, they deserve, but we don't understand that there's so many people in our everyday life, you know what I'm saying, who fall down, and man, they need to get back up, and the power that a second chance has, and everything else. So this really caught me, you see what I'm saying, and hearing you explain it as well. And I'm so happy to hear about this production, because sometimes my mama always says that forgiveness is giving up all hope on a better past, and sometimes we be so caught up in our past that we don't give ourselves a chance or a second chance on a future.
Well, when I said not all second chances are created equal, I did not even tell the cast exactly what was going on until they were completely invested in the play. They didn't even know. And that was about a month ago. I said, this is really what's happening in this play. And they were like, whoa. No, it's not what you're thinking at all. Not at all.
It's good stuff. All right.
We have to see it to find out.
Yeah. You have to see it to find out.
I
yes,
like,
ma'am.
You're really good at this. You keep this mystique and mystery about everything. No mystery to this, though. We got to go pay some bills, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're talking to Elisheba Wokoma with the whole chest. You're watching the pop-up.
It's like, where's the drums? Where's the drums?
You know.
Hey, come on in. So what brings you in today?
He think he know me. A man can't make a sandwich. He makes me sick.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Just talking.
Me, my family, my dreams, all of it.
Acts on Stage presents the world premiere of Black Man Goes to Therapy. Running May 21st through 31st, this interweaving stage play tells of a reluctant wanderer's encounter with a therapist who's seen better days. Black Man Goes to Therapy is written by Jeremy Rubin and features Ariel Davis, Joshua Webb, Carl Covington, Courtney Williams, Franklin Johnson, Zakiya Carter, and Jeffrey L. Cheatham II, with direction by Isaiah Anderson Jr. This profoundly moving theatrical therapy session is an unmissable experience where the unapologetic hope is healing. Tickets available now at axonstage.com.
what's up, everybody? JD here. I'm tapping in to make sure you go to JuneteenthWA.com to find out everything that's going on and stay up to date on all the stuff that will be happening at Juneteenth this year. The event, we are moving to the beautiful Hobb Field and Parking Lot A down over there. Make sure you go to the website to hear about everything. We're having a car show this year. We're doing the Taste of Juneteenth this year. And on the main stage, we are bringing Erica Campbell, Crystal Aiken, and Life Jennings. And we have some great local acts that you may have heard of, maybe you haven't, but you will hear about them on Juneteenth. So make sure you go to the website to learn everything you need to know about the event. Also, you can RSVP on the event if you want to be a vendor, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to be a food truck. All that is on the website, JuneteenthWA.com. If you want to sign up for the car show, JuneteenthWA.com. We'll see you here. Peace.
All right, welcome to the pop-up. Coming to you live from the Black Media Matters studio right here in downtown Seattle, Washington. Big shout out to my man, JD. JD right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Way Out Kids, producer of one of the biggest Juneteenth celebrations of the state of Washington. That's Juneteenth down there in Tacoma, man. Make sure and show us some love. JuneteenthWA.com. Yeah, there it is. Right, it's right up there. JuneteenthWA.com. Yep. Man, it's a nice Juneteenth. It goes down. Life Jennings is going to be there. If you like me, it's a lot of people out there. You got a story about a Life Jennings song with somebody. So, Life Jennings will be in the building. A whole bunch of other people. It's a fantastic production down there in Tacoma. We want to see you there Juneteenth. Go to JuneteenthWA.com. All right. So now we're back from the break. You know, this is my buddy. We go way back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for sure, we in the neighborhood. We're all close to each other. I'm talking about Elisheba Wokoma. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's never going to give you a break.
Elisheba, you're executive director of Na Wari. And before we talk about what you got going on, I think it's important that you tell our audience, what is Na Wari?
Yeah, so Na Wari is one part art gallery, one part anti-displacement strategy. So we started as an emergency solution, really thinking, as for artists really thinking, what if we rent this house, the family gets the money to pay property taxes, upgrades, keep it, and not, decrease those financial pressures. And we've been doing that for 7 years. So we not only started as like a arts collective, we turned in, now we're executive directors. And we've been operating for 7 years now. So when you come to the house, you experience art from the entire African diaspora. We work with local artists to international artists. And then we have our Black Homeowners Initiative called Case 21. We work with Black homeowners on solutions to stay in their homes. We also have a garden program. We have an oral history program. We have a lot going on, but we love doing it.
So two things, let's say Na Wari, different from what you've already discussed, is you got the Kwanzaa lights.
Yes.
So it's like during Kwanzaa, man, we all these lights back there and everything. And big shout out to Susan Freed, man. Susan Freed's actually like a firefly. When those Kwanzaa lights come on, she be over there. She be like, Big O, I'm here. You need pictures? And I think a second thing is like during COVID and really like right after COVID, and when people could actually figure out a way to be around each other, Na Wari was out in front, bringing our community back together. And it was so many like events that we would go there. I remember even from speed dating to like all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you guys made so much fantastic use of your space to be able to bring us back into connection with each other. I'll never forget that. I'm thankful for that.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It does mean a lot.
So, all right, we're talking to you today, since Na Wari always has like 1,000 things you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Take a little bit. Here we go. What are we going to talk about today?
We're talking about Black graduation.
Black graduation. Man, what is that all about? And where's it happening? And what was, first of all, what is it and what was the catalyst for it?
Totally. I knew you were going to ask that. So last year during Walk the Block, we piloted an affordable art fair called Homecoming because it's in September. And so now we have graduation at the end of the year. It's like bookending it. And this is a kind of like a little bit, not an affordable art fair, really showing, like I said, artists from all over the country and the world. So we have artists, local artists, we have artists out the Bay, artists from the East Coast, we have even some artists from Nigeria represented. And so we partnered with the Northwest African American Museum. We have over 35 artists and over 50 artworks, and we're hoping that you come enjoy the work, but also we want you to come by and become an art collector. It's the best way to keep our artist community thriving, and what we find is the first people to get gentrified out, usually, it's the people of color and it's the artists, right? And they're the reasons that they make the neighborhood great. So we're hoping that we can keep our Black artist community strong and put some money in their pockets this weekend.
Right, and is this the whole weekend? Or
This is the whole weekend. So can I like walk you through everything?
Yeah, I mean, this is, but Black graduation is part of Walk the Block or what?
Well, no, it's its own thing now. It's its own thing. So, so Saturday we have a VIP opening at 5:00. If you want some champagne and you want to get there before the riff raff.
Oh, that's definitely me.
Hey, yeah, that's you. So you can pay to do that. Otherwise, it's free. We open at 6:00. Like I said, we'll have all that amazing art. The Northwest African American Museum has been a great partner.
So
they have
this is at NAM, right?
It's
Everything
at NAM.
and it's at NAM.
And they also have a Luther Vandross exhibit up at the same time.
Lufa.
Oh, it's
so
wonderful.
You will be able to come and see both. We have the Ancient Robots performing. I have Shayla Mitchell from the Shayla Mitchell Gallery coming out from DC. She got the 30 under 30 for Forbes. For her gallery, and she has been showing Black artists and putting them on. So she's going to be talking about the importance of collecting Black artists and how you can it's affordable and a thing that you can do. And then you go into Sunday, we have a new program we're starting called Cinematic Soundtrack. If you're familiar with Bubba Jones, people love Bubba Jones. He's worked with Diggable Planets, all of those guys, and so he's put together we'll be watching Boomerang with a live band playing music. It's gonna be
Boomerang.
Wow.
So it's a brunch. You come in, it's $30. You get to eat your food, sit down with your friends. It's gonna be fly.
What time does that start on
That
Sunday?
is 12 to 2 on Sunday. Because you'll be free.
You said Boomerang?
It's Boomerang.
He's like, man, listen, the cherries was okay, but the banana.
Like it's gonna
Marcus.
Grace Jones has some she's got
Straw J. we get this Straw J out there.
It's perfect 90s realness, amazing. Yes.
Oh, that's so dope. Listen, me and Charlene was just watching Boomerang it was some random thing I said from the movie, and she was like, no, we gotta watch it. And we watched it, and she put it on 1 in the morning, and we watched it the whole thing laughing for 2 hours. So I know that's gonna be you might find me there on Sunday to just come watch Boomerang. That sounds dope.
It's Halle Berry pre-nose job.
Oh yeah, come on. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Listen.
Halle.
Oh wow.
Look. I like her. Well, anyways, you said it's us, so we can keep it.
No, you keep it a buck. And so, how do people? So now someone's heard, and they hear all about what was the website where they going?
Yeah, you go to wanawari.org. That will get you to our ticket link. Like I said, it's free to attend except for.
And for our phonetically challenged folks, we'll go and spell it out for them, huh?
Oh yeah, WANAWARI.org. Sign up for our newsletter too, because we do a lot of cool stuff. And I was going to tell you about something else.
When is Walk the Block? Is it happening this year?
We're going to do Walk the Block Institute this year. It's the last Saturday of September.
Okay, so now I'm going to pause you right there because the producer did, and I'm out of order over here. Let's see if I can challenge the director. No one did anything wrong. This is on me. Mr. Director, B2. So I think this is last year or either the year before. Wait, before we play this here, Eric, It's either last year or the years before. I can't see right here, but it's Walk the Block. And why don't you tell our viewers what Walk the Block's all about, and then we'll play this.
You know, we kind of had this vision. Well, one, I'll just keep it a buck. Like, we didn't want to do another pandemic fundraiser because we did one and it went well, but, you know, people had only so much appetite for that. And we were like, what if we bring everybody outside and just do a festival, which actually worked out perfect. But then we realized we had some visioning documents before that of like, what would it mean for the whole CD to be an art walk? And that's really, so it's a 1.7 mile walk around the Na Wari space. We partner with homeowners and our partners like ARTE NOIR has been a partner with us, Fats, Chicken and Waffles, Métier. And so we program art in their spaces, music, dance, and it's really a showcase of all of the arts. It's super fun. You see all your friends, it's a blast. We had Saul Williams as our headliner last year. And we have some cool artists coming this year to come hang out with us too. So we're hoping to be at the McKinney Center, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So in that case, right there, because we have Elisheba Wokoma here, and you know we love Na Wari. Here is Walk the Block.
In the heart of the Central District, where Black culture thrives, Na Wari's Walk the Block keeps the legacy alive. A vibrant tapestry woven with artistic thread, uplifting Black voices where dreams are spread. Na Wari's curated sounds a musical delight, filling the air with rhythm day and night. The sun peekaboos through trees, shining light on our stories we've yet to tell, of the remembrance and pride that reside on these blocks that still captivate us like a spell. Through historic streets, a rhythmic pulse does sound as artistic giants stepped on hollow ground. The CD's spirit shines in each artist's soul, a legacy of resilience reaching its goal. ARTE NOIR's vision, a creative force so bright, Black stacks melodies fill the day with light. Classic cars gleam, a testament to style, reflecting the community's spirit mile after mile. Community and connection, a bond that's strong. Na Wari's Walk the Block is where we belong. So let us celebrate this vibrant affair where Black art and culture fill the air. In the Central District's embrace, we stand tall, honoring the past, shaping the future for all. Na Wari's Walk the Block, a beacon of light, keeping the legacy alive, shining ever so bright.
Oh, there he is.
That was cool.
So let's Walk the Block right there. Appreciate that, Mr. Director. And you know what? I'll let you guys in on a secret. I teamed up with my buddy, Tame, and Barry Johnson on that. And it's actually so... I wrote that, and then Tame voiced it, and of course the incredible Barry Johnson is who shot that segment right there. Elisheba, man, Walk the Block is dope.
It is dope.
I hope that people come again this year. I'll probably come back and talk about it when we're closer. But yeah, I thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me, Omari and Converge.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you could go to wanawari.org, WANAWARI, and I hope to see you this weekend.
Fantastic. Jacqueline, I mean, like, it's your natural for this, so I don't even need to tell you anything. But if you could look right there into that camera right there and tell the good people everything they need to know to come and support you on Saturday.
Well, you don't need to know a whole lot. You just need to come. And you can register on Eventbrite, Eventbrite Seattle, Second Chance House, and it will pop up. And just register. But, you know, we're not requiring people to register, but it's good. It's nice to have a good idea about how many people are coming. But am I allowed to ask Elisheba, one question?
Well, it's the
Or we
pop
out
up,
of
so go ahead
time?
and pop off.
Real quick, how did you come up with the name Black Graduation?
Oh,
for
yeah.
the
Sorry,
exhibit?
I wasn't probably really clear. Like, because homecoming is early,
Yes.
is in September. Like, usually graduations are in May, but also Black graduations are we come from such a rich history of like celebrating knowledge, and my family in particular, like knowledge is the way we get out of our birth class, Black folks. And so using that kind of imagery and what we conjure up when we think of Black graduations to think about Black excellence.
Okay, so it's not like artists graduating to the next level.
Well, in theory, like it's a metaphor that they're graduating to the next level. But yes.
Yeah, you know, everything now is over my head, but it's okay. But clearly they understand each other. I just speak the done language. You know? Hey, well, I want to give a big shout out to our guests, to Jacqueline and to Elisheba Wokoma. Hey!
Oh my God!
for joining us tonight. And I want to encourage everybody, man, come support this. You know, people always say, oh, it's nothing going on, it's this and that. There's dope things going on. It's going on here in the arts and everything else. We want you guys to be very supportive of it. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you. This was wonderful. This was so much fun.
I told you it was going to move. All right, big shout out to FA over there, man. He's snapping the camera. And, of course, our live director, Eric Calligraphy. Man, your job not done tonight. Woo. We'll catch you after the show. Hey, look, we're back again tomorrow night. Me didn't put it in here who the guest is, so I guess it's going to be a surprise to me. But either way, we'll be coming to you live from the Black Media Matters studio. And until tomorrow at 9 p.m., peace.